For decades, if things get a little tough around Tucson, only 2 words are necessary. Bear down. And that's what the Arizona Wildcats hope to do in front of their homestanding fans today. A top 25 showdown coming up. 2 of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Offense getting set for first down. Looking to move it through the air. And that pass is intercepted.
Intercepted by Syracuse. And they'll take over first and 10.
First down for this offense. The give to the back. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on it, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's O'Neal. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It is good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here.
And it's picked off.
First down pass. Intercepted by Syracuse. And they'll take over first and 10.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
They'll run play action. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10.
Well, that play-action fake, it just froze the defense for a split second. That allowed the tight end time to work his route, get vertical down the field, and pick up a big gainer for the offense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
There's just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. They'll try to get it in with the run. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the cusp of a score, 2nd and goal. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They got nothing and probably didn't like it on the last play. They'll have another chance on touchdown Orange. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fair catch called for and made. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Leaves it with the back. Runs through the tackle. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. He wants to throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Phelps. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
I love the start for this quarterback on 3rd down. 3rd down, obviously money down. Got to have success. But to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Scrambling away. Pulls it in. It's Phelps. Jumped on top of the pile.
Plays are going to break down, but that never seems to affect this quarterback. He's so athletic and so fast. He's able to avoid the pass rush, get himself on the perimeter, and now he's just using his God-given ability and his arm talent to make big-time throws.
2nd down coming up. Handoff from the gun. Discards a man. And the Wildcats get it past the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Leaves it with the running back. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Syracuse 10, Arizona 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Here's the handoff. And they'll knock him down.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Owen. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They'll leave it with him. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Looking left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
And the Wildcats are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loses 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Boise State looked like a bunch of world beaters. I think a lot of people forget just how much this program dominated the WAC and Mountain West conferences, and they're a problem again. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Floating away. He fires it out to the right. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Wildcats with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Feeling some heat. Makes the grab on the left. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Skips away from pressure. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you've got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. The give on the inside. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Fights off a defender. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They're going to test the right side with this one. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
He'll set up to throw. He's got him in the flat. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
Man, there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Arizona set to start this second half. They'll kick it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
To the air, it's O'Neal. He lets one fly deep. Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Smacks him with the stiff arm. After making the interception, he sets up his offense by running it back to the 39.
Hey, listen, it's not just the offense that makes adjustments at halftime. The defense does too, and that time maybe showing a little bit of a different look than what they did in the first half. Looked like they confused the quarterback, and they're able to come away with a pick.
The ball carrier is the running back. Gain of 1. Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And it's his 4th interception of the night. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire for the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching on the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Coming after it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls out.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, they didn't have to blitz. They brought in the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover in the back end and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. He'll field the punt and take it back. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24.
Take over. 1st and 10.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Now adjusting. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive.
Syracuse offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting them the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen. You get 10-plus yards.
This quarterback right now is an improve, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking for a gap. It's Willis. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Thomas. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Now the play fake. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And he's already put 1 3 spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. He got it. And now the lead is extended a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Georgia Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in the ATL for some time. They're up by 22 over Illinois. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.